Hey, yo, this King Earner coming to you guys live and direct. Some mothers actually missing their son. Some fathers actually missing his son. Some mothers missing their daughter. Some fathers missing their daughter. Some husband is missing her wife. Some his wife. And there's a wife missing her husband. There's a child missing their father. There's a child missing their mother. But don't nobody give a damn that the Rizat that pointed them out and locked them up started off the whole crime. Yeah, let's get down to it. Let's get some understanding. The rat is the one who put everything together, and when the rat put it together, guess what happened? Guess what the rat done? The rat had a nerve to go and say, I done it. And where I'm going to sign that on the dotted line, you got to use your left hand because there's no honor in them telling. And that's what their oath is, has to be with their left hand. Sat down, signed the paperwork, and actually had the balls to go to trial amongst a jury of supposedly our peers, right? Got on his stand, told how they created the crime, and then locked up someone that's sitting right there, and they're saying, hey, guess what I'm going to do here? Guess how I'm going to carry it? I'm going to tell you all the wrong that I done, that I created in this situation, and I'm going to send that person to jail. I'm going to tell the jury, and the jury is going to be directed to listen to me and not consider me as the individual who shouldn't be credited. Now, let's get an understanding here. How you get a witness get on the stand on anything, let's say a shooting, you shoot somebody, boom. That witness get on stand, that witness is testifying against you. Don't they always say that the jury should discredit an individual who even had a charge before? So an individual who creates the whole crime and says, hey, they caught us. I'm going to tell on Erner and so-and-so and so-and-so. And it let that individual out. Now, I know civilians that don't like that. That's called them not being held accountable for their punishment. And once we do our time day for day, how it went, and how serious it was, and how much our children and our family missed us, guess what ends up happening? We come home and say we're going to rebuild what we once destroyed by telling you to do the right thing, not telling and pointing the finger out, because we understand not being able to see our family and our children and our parents that some of us may have lost while in prison. So at the end of the day, it's kind of confusing that the government will allow this. Well, I'm going to tell you why. It's their only way of winning and beating in court. But it's a violation of your rights and mine also, because I was told on before at a time. So I just want to say to you guys who are still in crime, you're dumb. They're cuffing and stuffing you because they're going to get worse with it. Because most of the criminals, they don't understand that King Erner is the only one that may be speaking up for them and understanding what God intended, forgiveness. So they're not going to understand to support the Stop Recycling Crime podcast. They're not going to understand that they got to get out their car and get off their high horse and make sure they support a King Erner, because King Erner is going to be the one that stops recycling crime. We have to get an understanding. That's the number one understanding of what's going on in our community. These dishonorable kittens are the reason that a lot of people are somewhere hurting. Just as well, there are deaths, there are people in captivity past the time of a person who may be dead. Meaning, it hurts 100 times more to be alive and damn near dying. Because you can't be normal. You can't go in a regular mindset, and you can't carry it with honor. You can't have a regular lifestyle. And youngins, y'all want to sign up for that? There are some people 40, 50 years. Aaron Jones and Skag Murphy, Manny Strong, Craig Haynes, the most honorable of the honor list. And they cannot, I repeat, these guys cannot get out of prison because they stood on a horse and they understood that trial was very important. And this is what's happening. It's going to be a group of people that's coming now that ain't going to end up filling them penitentiaries up because they're not going to go to jail. And crime is going to be so bad that guess what? They're going to be the only individuals left. Because smart individuals like us, that's from the community, that's in the hood, that been a part of it, we're going to leave in civilians. You're going to be left with this rat. With these rats who don't care about you or your family. They never cared about their family or anyone else's family. And you're going to be left with the havoc to have to deal with them guys getting cuffed and stuffed and being out the next day, knowing that you don't want to live in that type of community. But the individual who goes to jail and comes home, you don't respect that. You don't have the understanding that he has done his time, his debt to society, and he asks God for forgiveness. Let's get some understanding of what's going on here, people. The honor isn't being restored correctly. In Islam, Umar radiallahu anhu, he was one of the worst of mankind. Allah made him the best of mankind. In Christianity, it was Saul who ended up becoming Paul. He was considered in their book the worst of mankind, the worst. He was the killer of the Christians. And Umar was supposedly in the route of going to harm the Muslims. And yet we have understanding that both sides, both understandings of religion, they turned into great people. So we understand that these individuals that do their debt to society can become great ASAP. You just have to support them. I'm King Gurner from the Honor Your Life campaign. Y'all can leave these rats that don't do day for day and don't get an understanding of crime. Guess what? They don't care about grandmom that's up the streets that have been living there. Her whole family done died off and she got nobody else but a pocketbook just got snatched. They don't care about that. They're going to keep it moving. What they're going to do is be selfish from within what they have going on. And that's the only thing they're going to tell on. So you civilians need to stop supporting them. King Gurner live and direct. Y'all see what's behind me, right? Huh? The dishonorable what? Mutts. The dishonorable mutts. Y'all don't want to be on that episode. You know why? No kitten survives, man. King Gurner live and direct. Make sure y'all stay tuned in. Make sure y'all support the Stop Recycling Crime by go following the Stop Recycling Crime page. Go follow me at King Gurner official page. And y'all already know how I'm carrying it, man. Live and direct.